If I told you the most successful trucking companies in 2025 are doing three things completely differently than everyone else? Welcome to the Trucking Trailblazers podcast. I'm your host, Rob Palmer, and today we're uncovering exactly those game-changing strategies. Today on the show, I have Martha Brown from Advantage Brokerage. Great to have you on the show, Martha.
Thanks for having me, Rob. Good morning.
Good morning. So can you tell me your role is at Advantage Brokerage and how you started that company?
Sure. I am the founder and I am the sole shareholder, and I oversee operations. I cut my teeth in freight brokerage in the 1980s at a freight brokerage near Miami, Florida. And then I moved back home to near Erie, Pennsylvania several years later. By the mid-90s, I met another lady, and she and I opened a Landstar terminal. That went on for close to 15 years. My now largest customer had been after me to secure DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, certification. And the only way for me to do that was to not be an agent and to have open my own brokerage. So I did. So that was 15 years ago. Several years later, they needed what is called New York content, which means a company based in New York. So I opened my second brokerage at that time. And about 10 years ago, they asked me to provide custom warehousing services for them. And so we did that. So basically, I just say yes.
Awesome. And so you predominantly working in those two areas in New York and then in Colorado as well? Or do you have lanes that you specialize in brokering?
We don't have any lanes in Colorado. We run interstate full truckloads, mostly van loads, a little bit of the platform side, but it's predominantly van loads. In the U.S., we do have some Canadian shippers as well that ship into the U.S.
So what's a thing in the industry that everyone seems to misunderstand about the industry in 2025?
I think one of the subjects that I'm seeing a lot of is some of the carriers feel that freight brokers are making buku bucks, and that they are pushing for transparency in sharing what our margins are. I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there and a lot of false information out there. I think that's one thing right now that has been definitely, because I own a couple of brokerages. I don't feel that we need to disclose our margins any more than anyone else who runs a business needs to disclose their margins unless they're publicly traded.
So what's some major industry challenges that other brokerages are facing right now in 2025, or just the transportation industry in general face?
Definitely the increase in fraud. We've had a little bit of that, not on the carrier side. We've had it financially. We've had a couple instances of counterfeit checks. We've had check washing, and we've taken steps to remedy that. But I do see, again, a lot of brokers and carriers who are being defrauded in a variety of ways.
So with your industry, are you guys looking at using, or have you already started using anything like AI to streamline your operations?
I know others are. We do not. We don't operate like typical freight brokerages do, or what I think how I think they operate. We don't get into like bidding stuff, the race to the bottom stuff. We don't have anything to do with that. We've got our own customers that are very dedicated to us and us to them, and we just move all of their freight. Whatever they ask us to move, we move.
So are there any improvements that Advantage Brokerage is making help the system, and any technology that you're implementing at all?
Sure. For instance, a couple or maybe now a few years ago, we changed TMS. The one that we had been using was really not doing anything to improve. We tried out a couple of them and then settled on one that actually works very well for us. We did that. Many years ago, we partnered with a local business that provides IT support and we engage in some of their, I'll call them exercises, in order for us to hopefully maintain our integrity, so that we're not, like, our website doesn't get hacked or whatever.
Well,
We
cybersecurity has been an issue for you then?
no, and knock on wood that it will continue to not.
I meant being an issue that you're implementing things to prevent it.
Oh, yeah, I believe in, I don't need to know everything, but I need to know people who know things. And so I think it's really important for people in our industry, freight brokers and carriers, to utilize security services that are out there that understand their industry. I think that's really important. Through, like I said, the fiscal fraudulent activities that happened with us, we were lucky that my bankers know me. They know me very well, and they made some recommendations that are wonderful to help protect us against counterfeit checks, for instance, or check washing. So there are services out there that can help, especially small business people, against some of these threats that are out there.
That's great that they're willing to help you out like that. What's one piece of technology you wish existed but doesn't?
I think the one thing is a smoother integration between, I should say, among, like, the load posting sites, TMS, and carrier vetting tools. I think that those three things, if there was more connectivity among them, I think that we could definitely have a safer and more secure environment in the transportation industry.
So if you were starting your business today, what would you do differently?
I would delegate non-revenue producing tasks sooner, like bookkeeping. I definitely would pass some hats off sooner rather than later, definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely one that seems to be needed to be offloaded early on in people's efforts. So, okay, well, that's all I have for you today. Martha, do you have anything else you'd like to add? Or
No, I don't think so, but thank you.
thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.